Oh man, 2024 is here. We got Zoe, the real jewelry company, in the building today. You know what I'm saying? This is not only you know, we usually do artists. We usually speak with artists a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
We gonna take this up a notch this year. We're gonna do a lot more different things. Talking to a lot more moguls, entrepreneurs, heavy businessmen, and women.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome Zoe, the real jewelry company, to the platform.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
How you doing today?
Doing all right, man. Chilling.
Yeah.
Glad to be here. Blessed to be here.
You know, glad you could make it.
Appreciate it.
I'm getting back in the groove with this whole thing too. Like, I'm getting back in the groove. This podcast thing,
The conversation.
the conversations. You know what I'm saying? We taking it there. I've been behind the scenes,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we back live, and you've been making a lot of noise, though, in the jury game in the 757.
Trying to.
How does that feel? There's no trying to. Come on.
I mean, it's been dope, man. One of the things that kind of catches you up in the moment is, for me as an artist, like seeing someone wear a creation that me and said person worked through.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and especially, a couple of folks, my boy Marv P, my guys, Ape City,
Gifted hands.
Gifted Hands, and then there's other folks too. One of my top affiliates is here in VA. Shout out my boy Drummer. It's crazy, it's crazy. It's humbling, but it's like we here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We definitely making a statement, and we definitely appreciate everybody rocking with us for sure.
100%. We definitely been rocking with y'all too. Moissanite. We gonna hop right into it. Going into this game, you started just with Moissanite. Just when you came into this game, it was Moissanite for you.
Yep, that was it.
That was it.
That was the starting point.
And then it broadened your horizons. It expanded your mindset to take it this far.
Yeah, man. I looked at jewelry a little different than everybody else that's in the industry. And I say that because not too many people consider the other impacts that the industry has, not only on the community, but the Black community and the world as a whole. I went to my first jewelry show in Las Vegas, the JCK Jewelry Show, biggest jewelry show in the world. I'll tell you, bro, I could count on my hands how many Black people were in this building. And this was at the Venetian, right? The Venetian 5-star, resort, casino, convention center. I could count on my hand how many Black people were in the building.
Which was one of them.
Which is crazy.
It is
right?
crazy.
I'm big on numbers, and the statistics say that jewelry store ownership by someone of color, or even someone sitting on the board of a jewelry organization, is 2% or less in the whole country. But when it comes to retail and specifically fashion accessories, African Americans spend 30% more money on fashion accessories than any other group of people in America. So that just goes to show you where the money's going, right? And when you say fashion accessories, we mean jewelry,
clothing,
you know what I'm saying, makeup, things like that. But the Black dollar is what makes those industry go. but we don't have a lot of representation in those industries. You know what I'm saying? And so not only was it a challenge, but it was also opportunity to really set the stage, right? Really set a foundation for what could be. You know what I'm saying? And what better way than to start it with something that we would have to educate the community about, moissanite, right? And I feel like moissanite was like a secret that the industry didn't want to let out of the vault. You know what I'm saying? It's been around for a minute, since the 90s, late 90s, but being put in hip hop jewelry really didn't start until like 2019, 2018, around that time. And when I got a chance to put my hands on it for the first time, I thought it was a no-brainer, right? How could you get the same look that you want to get while you're spending the thousands of dollars when you can spend just a couple $100, right? Who wouldn't want that?
And look at the piece though, like,
You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't want that, right? And the first time I came here, I had the little itty bitty Zo piece. Remember that one? The little itty bitty joint. You know what I'm saying?
itty bitty.
So it just goes to show you that through educating the community, the culture, that's how our movement has been grown. It's just been all organic. You know what I'm saying? We got a chance to go down to Invest Fest, and that was probably one of the best organic opportunities I've had since starting this business, was being around the culture, being in their environment, being around the folks who can consciously think about, what am I spending my dollar on? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people spend money just to spend it. Like, I see something flashy, I got to have it, but not really thinking about the back end, right? Everybody want to look nice. Everybody want to look flashy. But at the end of the day, it's about how much money you keep, not how much money you spend. You know what I'm saying? So,
Jim, right there.
so why
That's
spend
heavy.
Why spend all your money on the front end? No. Spend as much as you can, or spend as less as you can on the front end, so you can enjoy the fruits of your labor on the back end. So spend less on jewelry now, invest the rest so that it continues to grow for later.
So, like, we have multiple conversations. You know what I'm saying? We just were speaking last week, right? So just throwing things out there, because just enough information that you just said. Pushing your brand forward, right? An independent brand, the Real Jewelry Company, you started from the bottom. We here in 2024. How many years it's been?
2.5 years.
2.5 years.
It'll be 3 years, August 1st of 2024.
This is a fresh new starting business, right? But 3 years in, going 3 years in, not 2, but you got your feet wet right now, right?
Yes, sir.
And the level that we at right now in the marketing, in the business, as far as jewelry, promoting the brands, right? This digital world, it's more access, it's more reach, right? So you've been putting in that work, you've been putting in that pain, you've been getting people to believe in them. You know what I'm saying? Showing the product as well. So where I'm going with this is like the value moving forward towards the company, right? And the goal in making whatever you can make, and being able to explain that to somebody that's new coming in the game, right? Show the growth of the company, right? Let's talk about value within your brand.
Okay.
From where it started and where it's at now.
Yeah. So yeah, like you said, we started at the bottom. My very first public vending opportunity was held at the no longer open Scotty Quicks on Granby Street. I was with my boy Malk Fisher. He was having a little open mic joint, and this was also the first time I met Gifted Hands too. And I was in there. You know, I had a few pieces, but I felt like I was in the right crowd because, you know, as hip hop artists, you know, come up in the game, they have an image that they want to maintain. So, what better way to get that image? Spending less money, okay? And let me tell you how you should spend it on marketing, because you got to market yourself as an artist, right? So, I'm not telling you, hey, just come over here and buy my jewelry. Like, I want to have a conversation with you because I feel where you're coming from. Like, you're a business, you're a brand. So let me tell you why buying this is not only good for your look and your image, but also good for your brand too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was in there. That's why I was in there. Man, I got in there, man. They was laughing at my ass like, who is this nigga over here selling this fake jewelry? Da, 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 da.
Really?
I'm like, man, and it was just little whispers and stuff, but I heard it. But at the end of the night, like, no one came up to the table except Gifted. Gifted was the only one that came to the table. He's like, "Yo, your shit is dope, bro. Like, we're gonna have to connect." And the rest is history from there. But that was where we started, and I credit Gifted for inspiring me to keep going because, man, you know, especially around your own people, when you hear that type of stuff, you just get defeated. You could get defeated real quick.
You can.
But I seen this kid, man. He's out there spitting these rhymes. I'm pretty sure he practiced. He's out there not giving a care about what people think, but he just spitting knowledge. And I was like, yo, if this dude can be out here doing this, man, I could be doing whatever you know what I'm saying? Like, I could do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And yo, I just took off. I was like, you know what? I know
Took off.
I know what types of rooms I need to be in, so let me make sure that I'm in those rooms, right? So nothing against what they had going on with the open mic, but I never did another open mic vending event again. You know, I was always around business folks, 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners, 8-figure earners, people who knew what it took to get to where they had to go, but also was thinking about the back end. So what I mean by that is they knew how their projection to the world could impact their bank account, their wallet. And if they were smart enough to understand that if jewelry's part of my image and I need to spend as less as I can on it to reap the rewards of what this projection is gonna make me, why not? Right? And so that's what's led to our success, you know, thus far, is being in the right room. And so this past Martin Luther King Day weekend, you know, we got honored with a award for hitting $1 million in sales in 2.5 years. Now, some people might be like, well, so-and-so did it faster. Whatever, bro. We did it. We did it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in my family ever said no shit like that.
And to be able to look at the company you built, you believed in, and pushing it towards 2 years, you know what I mean, getting to that point and being able to see a number like that you've grossed with the business.
It's crazy.
It's amazing.
Like who would have ever thought? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I have conversations with, you know, other entrepreneur friends I have, and it's mind blowing to see. What I was saying before was, you just like, you know, damn, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Especially to my boy Tricks. Shout out to my boy Tricks. I'm gonna just throw a plug in there real quick. He's got a black-owned winery. It's called Bent Wine. Go. That's the plug right there.
That's the plug right there. Make sure y'all.
But he's a good friend of mine, and he always encouraged me. He's like, yo, bro. And he was one of my first supporters, you know what I'm saying? Came to me, you know, it's like, hook me up with what you got.
Right.
Hooked him up. And it's been smooth sailing ever since. But he's been a big motivated factor for me because he just was always in my ear telling me to keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't matter what they saying, no matter what's happening, just keep going. Don't stop. Stay consistent. And yeah, that's what we've been doing, man.
Nah, it's definitely showing. So I know within these this run you're on, this journey, there's been a lot of goals that you have accomplished. I already see you moving. You moving around. You're traveling. You're going to these events. You know what I mean? So let's speak on some things that really made you happy as far as achieving, and then let's speak on moving forward into this year and to the future. What else are you looking to achieve?
Okay. Yeah, man. I would say, and I'll be totally transparent. When I started, I really didn't have a particular like number or anything that I was trying to do. Honestly, I was just trying to do something, right? Just to have a little motion. After my first year I had made $150,000 in sales. Which is cool, but that's
solid.
It is what it is.
Pretty solid for a brand
And
for a new business.
yeah. And then going into year 2, we had about 547,000. This is total sales. So this is adding year 1 and year 2. Right. So we just damn near 5x what we just did. So hell, we 5x it, we could do it again. Right. Or we could do 10x. Right. So then we did I think we did like 515 roughly just this past year. So we doubled what we did, damn near double what we did last year. All right. So why can't we double what we did again? Right. So if we hit 1 million in 2, why can't we hit 1 million in 1? Why can't we hit 1 million in 1 month? You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of things we're looking at now. In order to get there, we're definitely going to have to make some changes, right? One of the things that I've been learning from other entrepreneurs is systems, right? You got to have a lot of systems in place to be able to do what it is you really want to do. So we're going to be experimenting with a lot of systems this year, and we're going to find something that works for us because we know that this business is valuable, right? The jewelry industry alone is like a $38 billion industry, right? Claire's, I mention Claire's a lot because when people think of Claire's, they're like, oh, that's that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But Claire's is a multi-billion-dollar business. Multi-billion-dollar business. So I just need a little slice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just a little piece. That's a little piece of that pie. But looking ahead into the future, what's going to help us in terms of like brand awareness is still getting to those events where we can be around the culture. So the event that we're aiming to get into this year is the Essence Festival down in New Orleans. That's July 4th weekend. And getting in there is like getting an ad in BET magazine or something like that.
Okay.
And that would be major for us in terms of our reach to the culture. But we're still going to go back to the jewelry show in Vegas. We made a lot of great connections and network with a lot of people out there the last time. So going back, we're going to do that. We're going to go to the jewelry show in Miami for the first time. That's going to be in October. So that's going to be.
Got the year pretty set out and still adding to it.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to be doing a lot of media stuff. So this was part of our media tour was being here at home.
Yeah.
Doing something at home first. And then we're going to be doing the Mental Motivator TV show down in Houston, Texas. That's on America New.
It's a lot of moving around.
Yeah, that's on Dame's
Come
network.
on now.
And then we're gonna be doing the Black Wall Street podcast, which is down in Houston. And then we're gonna be partnering with them when they come to Hampton this year, part of their HBCU tour. We're gonna be kicking it with those guys out in Hampton. So that's
a big move.
Yeah, that's just some of the stuff.
You know what you should do? You should put it all together as far as like a whole little tour run.
Yeah,
the jewelry company for sure.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dates.
Yeah, usually I like a lot of the traveling was during the summertime. And I made some tour shirts for the summer last year, but I only made 2 for me and my boy Mark. But
put all these dates on in.
Yeah, so we definitely the merch, we doing something different with the merch too. Yeah, we got some things coming, man.
Yes, sir.
We got some things coming for sure.
Okay, so let's talk about some things you're looking to do before, you know what I mean, before we close it out or whatever the case may be. Let's talk about the time and effort you put into your custom pieces.
Yeah. The custom process I thoroughly enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I like being creative, the whole creative aspect of it, and being engaged with someone and really just getting their thoughts down either on paper or on a computer, and then having them like go, damn, like that's exactly what I was thinking, or that's exactly what I wanted. Is like, okay, you know, okay. So after we get that part, you know, then turning it into a pendant is fairly simple. You know,
fairly simple.
Yeah, we just you know, a lot of the stuff is done with the computer nowadays. Technology has really given us a leg up when it comes to creating customs, and that's really custom anything. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we use a lot of technology. We're going to be starting to incorporate some AI in some of our designs, but yeah, man, the custom process is just something that I would never take my hands off. I would take my hands off every other part of this business, you know what I'm saying, when it came to talking to customers or, you know, doing some of the social media stuff. But if I had to give everything away and delegate it, I would accept the custom part, because that's just something that's, you know, a special part. Just because I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? I like to be creative. Even though I can't draw for shit, I can doodle. I can doodle pretty good, but when I put it together in my head, and then I put it in the computer, it comes together like magic. You know, I played instruments. I played the drums when I was younger, but I can't read music for shit. You know what I'm saying? But I could get the church to be turned up. You know what I'm saying? The church would be turned up.
You did some bowling back in? You was bowling, right?
Yeah, I did some bowling too. I balled in college.
Yeah.
I played at Morgan State my first 2 years, and then I transferred.
Baltimore.
Yeah, and then I transferred to Roberts Wesleyan College, D2 school in New York. Finished out there. I was an All-American.
Okay.
Graduated with my bachelor's. Then I even played when I was in the military too. Played on the USA team. Won a gold medal in Belgium.
How was that journey and time in your life?
Oh man, I wouldn't trade that for the world. It's a unique experience, I will say. Getting so many different people from so many different parts of the country to come together to achieve a goal is something that can only be done in the military. You can never find people on the street to do something like that. You can only find that in the military. And you learn so many different things about folks all over the country. Different, I mean, I would even say different cultures. Like wherever you live at in the nation, it's a different culture.
Right.
Whether you're in the South, Northeast, Midwest, West Coast, Northwest,
100%.
like it's everybody's got their different way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? So Experience I wouldn't trade for the world. But growing up as a kid, that was one of the things I always wanted to do was like get paid to play ball. So in the military, I was getting paid a little extra to play ball, but
That's all right.
I donned a uniform that no one else will ever. Not too many people get to wear a USA uniform. You know what I'm saying, representing your country, doing something that you love to do. Not too many people can do that, bro.
Yeah.
And I got to do that.
Yeah.
Like I did that.
That's all right.
And that's dope. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. So, yeah.
Okay.
I would encourage everybody to at least do a couple years, man, because it's cool. You get to travel the world. You make a little bit of money, get some good benefits. It's not a bad gig.
I could respect that. Yeah. I could respect that. Now, look, we in 2024. We here, we live. The Real Jury Company. Who's Next 757. Come on, we got the city right now. We sharing information. We putting businesses in the public eye. We building brands. Like, we working with artists. We doing a lot. We doing a lot in 2024. Zoe, what's your vision moving forward into this year? Tell the people what they can see as far as deals, new things. You know what I mean? What's something new that you add into your business?
I think one of the things I'm gonna be adding is access, right? And one of the things that I see the area lacking is I won't say guidance, but I'll just say like mentorship. Like, there's not a lot of people around here who would be willing to answer questions about business. And so I want to make myself available and give people access to me if they want to ask questions, if they want to consult on something, if they want to just get another set of eyes, another set of ideas, how they feel about something. I want to be able to, offer that. I'm not saying that I'm an expert, you know what I'm saying, but I know a little something. You know what I'm saying? I know a little something. I know people in, a couple of different places. I like to make connections. So if I can connect you with somebody that I know that can help you get to where you got to go.
100%.
Let me do that for you.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of that happening in the 757. And that's just real talk. Very few.
Yeah.
Very few.
But I do think it's picking up. It's actually picking up. I think a lot is coming together. But it's the top of the year. Everybody got plans on making a mark.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely think it's growing. Everybody's coming together a little more.
Yeah. Things
is happening. People are working more.
Yeah. No, it's definitely happening. You want to see more of it.
Yeah.
Right? You want to see, and then you also want to see the collaboration, right? I would love to see like Made in Norfolk and City on My Chest collaborate on something crazy.
Oh man.
Why not?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a real,
Yeah,
these clothing brands definitely should be doing some collab exclusive releases.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Some of the bigger VA brands like Billie Jean, Palidori,
Billie Jean.
They just partnered up.
No Palidori though.
In Atlanta. They're doing partnership in Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that where you got VA bread that's branching out and doing other things in other places.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
Doing it way big.
Yeah.
So
that's what it's about. That expansion.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Because we can all help each other somehow.
Yeah.
In some way. You know what I'm saying?
So there you have it. Who's Next 757, the Real Jury Company. Zoe, thank you for coming out, my guy.
Absolutely, man.
Listen, this was good. Shared a lot of information. And yeah, make sure y'all go tap in the realjurycompany.com. Come on now.
Yes, sir.
Follow the instructions right here. Make sure y'all follow them on Instagram. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we going up.
Yes, sir.